Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. MFJJ here with PodiumArcher.com, urging you to buy all your stuff from your local pro shop. They need you, you need them. It's a relationship that you have to cultivate and work on. Don't buy it from me. Please don't buy it from me. If you're going to buy it online, and only if you're going to buy it online, PodiumArcher.com for all those archery needs. $99 and up is free shipping, and coupon code MFJJ saves you a little money. Subscribe to the channel, people. 60% of you are not subscribed. Please. It's the only way you really give back to us, and it's all we really ask for. And we give a lot, I like to think. We work really hard. We try to give you good content, good videos, so you can get educated and more knowledgeable on your purchases before you make them. Just subscribe to the damn channel already. Now, my long-term review on speed broadheads. And being completely honest, I was not super psyched about this broadhead. Not going to lie. It is titanium, which is cool. You know how I feel about that. I'm a big fan of titanium things in the front of my arrow. It really matters. It does make a difference. And unlike some other titanium broadheads in the market, it is a one-piece machined ferrule. It's not screwed together or threaded together. So that in itself is very unique in a two-blade mechanical. So that part's pretty cool. The thing that got me more than anything, one, the blade deployment's real simple. It doesn't take hardly anything to deploy your blades. It's very easy, low drag. I kind of felt like I needed to shoot some of these. Not because I thought it was going to be great, but because it wasn't jumping out at me as very exciting. And if you know me, you'll know I'll shoot just about everything and try just about everything and try to give you feedback on just about everything. A couple of things that I really noticed right out of the gate here. One, I could see my entrance hole on every animal I shot immediately. Like I remember having that flash of instance of my arrow hit and I see a big thing of red. Every animal I shot. Great shots, not so great shots, same thing. Immediate open 2-inch hole on entry every time. And I think I've shot 11 deer so far with this broadhead, somewhere around there, give or take one. And every one of them, the same thing happened. I either got a completely full pass through and the arrow kept going. I got a complete pass through and it got caught by a fletch in the back. And there was 2 that I shot that I did not get a complete pass through. One, a deer ducked into my arrow and I hit him in the spine, and I completely severed the spine, and the tip of the ferrule was sticking out the skin on the other side, which was greater penetration than I'd really ever seen on a spine shot. I thought that was pretty impressive. And the other one I shot through both shoulder blades, and the ferrule was poking through the other side, through the skin. Blades didn't quite make it out, and that was a longer shot on a deer. So all relatively impressive stuff. On the arrows that I was able to recover, which I believe I recovered about 80% of the arrows. One, I couldn't find damage to any ferrule, period. Ferrule was still 100% intact, not bent, not dinged. Pretty impressive. A couple of them went in the dirt. Still didn't have a dented ferrule. So that was pretty impressive. 2, didn't lose a blade, bend a blade, or break a blade. Now, if you've shot a lot of 2-inch mechanical broadheads, that in itself is a pretty impressive feat, because traditionally they do bend or break a blade. It's not uncommon. So every broadhead that I shot that I got back, I could probably clean up and shoot again. Now, that's not something I do or something I advocate for, because I just don't feel good about it. And mind you, I haven't lived in a place like Tennessee, for example, where you can shoot like 1 million deer here. So I'm still kind of particular if I'm not reshooting this broadhead. I may reconsider that in instances of like 2 does a day for 4 months kind of things. But in general, I don't reuse them. But I could. The tension system in here still worked 100% flawlessly. There was some instances where there was a bunch of gunk inside of it, so I would have to clean it out relatively well to use it. But the biggest thing to me that jumped out at me more than anything was the hole on entry and exit. Never didn't see a 2-inch hole on both sides, no matter what. Like there was a 2-inch swath, both sides, period. Did not see a blade break, did not see a blade bend, did not have a ferrule fail at all. For that sample size that I think is pretty decent amount, I was really impressed. On this buck, well, it was in my Tennessee buck, went through both shoulder blades, ferrule stuck out the back side, like poked through the skin, not just I could see it. It actually had poked through. Blades didn't quite make it through. Arrow kicked back out, actually. So it was fully penetrated, and the arrow came back out of the animal 20 yards from where I shot him. Broadhead was still 100% intact. Blades were still 100% intact. Nothing bent. So that's through bones on both sides. So that part in itself was relatively impressive. A doe I shot in Oklahoma that was just for meat. Full passer, obviously. It was a relatively close shot, and she fell over and couldn't get back up. For the YouTube lords out there, it was very impressive, the amount of, can I say blood?
Bodily fluid.
Bodily fluid. That sounds so bad. I'm trying to say this and not get in trouble. Like she didn't get up, and I didn't.
All the red stuff.
All the red stuff. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
The immense amount of red stuff immediately, and she was dead in 10 seconds, or she expired in 10 seconds. Is that the verbiage? Passed away. Passed away in 10 seconds. Ceased to exist. Shifted off the mortal coil, whatever you want to say. It was just massively impressive. The buck I shot in Tennessee through the shoulders, I watched him fall and watched him try to pick his head back up and head down. The amount of quick expiration was very impressive. So I think there is really something to a much larger cutting diameter that entrances and exits and has a big entrance and exit hole. Getting both seems to really make a difference. Even on like not perfect shots, they don't seem to make it very long. Like they expire relatively quickly. So one, I do think there's real validity to that. I think that the fact that I don't know of a mechanical that I didn't damage a blade on, period, after 10 different animals being shot. Now, I'm not reusing the same broadhead, but I mean, I don't ever reuse the same broadhead. And I've shot a lot of animals before, and it's relatively common to see a blade bend or break or not reusable, not deployable anymore. The deployment system won't work, that kind of issue. And it's just been really reliable. They are really expensive. But when you start looking, there's not a ton of one-piece titanium ferrule broadheads out there. There's a couple, and they exist, and there's other ones that I'm not covering here that are also probably very valid and very good that I've used, that have different deployment systems that I've heard of issues in every other one, period, right? And these haven't been on the market long enough for enough people's hands to give really good feedback or have really big problems. So this is kind of like my effort of saying, hey, people, buy these broadheads and try them and put out some feedback out there in the real world. Because at the end of the day, we're running out of time for this year. And I would hate to not have a whole nother cycle go without some of these being used out there in the world today. And some real world feedback other than from, 20 people or 30 people. So head on over to podiumarcher.com and purchase a pack of these for you. Coupon code MFJJ may save you a little money. Just a thought.